Yeah, getting money, I promise. I feel like losing my empathy. Give a fuck what they talking about. You's a hoe, I'm your enemy. Pussy sweeter than Fruity Loops. Touch the sky, do the hula hoop. 2020, the Chevy coupe. Beat on me, okay, she's freaking cool. Yeah, told myself to.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Kimmy motherfucking Vaine. How are y'all? How are y'all? Welcome to this week's video. I just came home from work, so I'm like, let me sit down, talk to y'all real quick. But I just want to tell y'all some crazy ass stories today because I gotta just get this off my chest, okay? Here we go, you already know. Like, comment, subscribe. Story number one. Before I go on, if you have a blunt, I like that shit, because we smoking today, friend. Okay, story number motherfucking one. So this story didn't happen to me. This story happened to this girl, and she told me about it, and I was so traumatized for her. But this girl had done a VIP room in this club. And the way the VIP rooms are set up in this club, it's super, super, super fucking dark in there. And you cannot see shit. Like, it's mad dark in there and it's super loud in the club. So she's dancing with this guy, whatever, and this nigga smells like straight up shit. He smells so fucking bad. And she was like, why does he smell so bad? What the fuck is going on? So she's doing the dance. She dances for like 15 minutes and she's like, ew, it smells like absolute fucking shit. Like, why does it smell so bad? So the guy, after the 15-minute mark, goes up. He gets up and leaves, and I was in a dance. So she's trying to get herself together, you know, and when the dance is over, the lights come on in the room. So once he leaves, the lights come on, and this bitch looks down, and there is nothing but actual shit on the motherfucking seat. Like, this man really shot himself in the fucking VIP. The reason why he smelled so bad was because she was smelling literal shit. He smelled like literal shit. Like, why did you shit yourself in the fucking VIP room? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is going on? What is going on? Like, I would have been traumatized. I felt so bad for this girl. She said after that, she had to completely take a whole new shower, and then she said she finished her shift. I was like, bitch, if somebody shot on me, I would not be able to finish my shift. I would just be home crying, sobbing. I don't know how the fuck you did that, but props to you, bitch. But she got shitted on. Like, she really got shitted on. Like,
got shitted on. And imagine that. Shitted on him. Imagine that.
He really shitted on her. Like, that's fucking wild to me. But hope she's doing good. Story number motherfucking two. So this story happened in Brooklyn, y'all, and I have to do a whole series about the undergrounds. I'll explain what that is in a different video because it's crazy, but they're basically like illegal strip clubs that are all over the East Coast. So I go to one, the one everybody goes to. Everybody knows this nigga, like, he's really that nigga. Like, so I'm going to the underground, and this was during COVID, y'all. So number one, what we were doing was honestly illegal because we're in a random building, no permits. We're just in a random motherfucking building, and they're just dancing. So there's no liquor permit, there's none of that. But because it was Corona, like, pandemic during the first beginning of the lockdown, they were taking that lockdown very seriously. Like, they were not trying to let us go outside. They was not trying to have any type of gatherings. And it was really the gatherings that did this. Like, so we were in the Bronx, right? And we were right next to the precinct, and they could obviously hear the fucking music. So we're in a two-story building, right? It's the first story you walk up, and then a bunch of stairs, and then you walk up into this giant room. So in that room, there's another door that goes back down the building into a back alleyway. So we're dancing, right, boom, 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 and there was a word that police were around because we were right next to the precinct, but people weren't really, like, worrying about that. Mind you, y'all, these are girls that have no permits. These are girls who have prostitution and drug charges. These are girls who, like, if they are caught in this environment, they are going to get arrested. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. So we are dancing to the music. The music is so loud, you can barely hear shit, but people around the door, like the security and the people that worked for whoever was setting this underground up, they were just acting mad fucking funny. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but all you hear is boom, boom, boom. Like, we hear banging that's going with the music. So no one's mind is thinking police. Nobody's thinking that. Like, we just hear banging and shit. So, y'all, why the fuck did the police bust through the fucking door? The NYPD bust through these doors, these double fucking doors with like the big, like, y'all know what I'm talking about? Like the big thing they bust out the doors with. They bust down these doors and they raid this place. So once we hear the boom, 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 if you knew, you knew. If you knew and you were like, that's police, you was already dressed. So because the security was acting mad fucking weird, I was like, we need to get dressed for the two girls and the guy that I was with. I was like, we need to get dressed. Like, we were out. So by the time the police actually bust down the door, we was already dressed, y'all. Yo. It was a fucking stampede in the bitch. So imagine like a basketball court full of people that are trying to stampede out into this tiny door. We all came in through double doors, right, that are downstairs. We're all now trying to scramble our way, girls that are in heels and shit, scramble our way through these tiny ass doors into this back alley while the NYPD are running up the fucking stairs ready to arrest everybody because one, we're gathering illegally as fuck. There was nobody else supposed to be gathering like more than 10 people at a time during the beginning of COVID, and there was really strict on it, getting our tickets and everything. So we was already not supposed to be gathering, number one. Number two, half these girls have prostitution charges, drug charges, half the men in here have gun charges and shit. Like, they cannot be seen outside in this environment. Like, you're all gonna get arrested. Like, so nobody trying to get arrested. We all have to scramble out into the street. Imagine like 150 people running out into the streets of the fucking Bronx in a back alley. There's police on this end, police on the other end. Police now are just trying to arrest whoever is in the back alley now. Like, they just grabbed them the first couple of people. Like, we really almost got arrested because we was trying to work. Like, it was insane. It was insane. I think that was the last time I ever went to any underground because I'm like, I'm not trying to get arrested with y'all. Like, I was never here. That's how quick I disappeared because I was not about to get arrested. Like, we were out that bitch in the car, gone, off to the next party because not today, not ever, nah. Story number 3 was, these two next stories are gonna be private party stripper stories instead of in the club, but y'all. So remember the story time about when the girl and I got into a fight? This is the same girl, and she was supposed to go to this booking, and I was gonna go with her. So the booking was in East Atlanta, right? Mind you, y'all, I have never been to East Atlanta at this point, like really, really working in East Atlanta at this point. I was on the west side. So I was talking to my friend, and he was like, be careful in East Atlanta, niggas there are weird, So I'm like, I'm gonna be careful. So first of all, the first red flag was, we were trying to find the address to this place for like an hour, y'all. We could not find the address to this place. The guy gave her the address. I'm trying to get the address on my Uber, and it's just not coming up. Like, it's not coming up. So he has to like basically manually tell us how to fucking get there, right? That should have been the first red flag. You trying to go somewhere, you don't know where you're going, and the Uber's not working. First red flag, you was not supposed to go. But we done went anyway, so we'll get pulled up. I'm thinking it's gonna be in a house. It's in an apartment. But I'm like, okay, just because it's in an apartment, that don't mean there's not no money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, whatever, we just gonna do it cool. So we pull up to the apartment. The guy they're all sitting there eating food in plastic plates, and there's like a couple guys and like 2 girls. Okay. He told us that this was an Airbnb. That was what he told us. He told us it was an Airbnb, okay? That was strike number fucking 2, because we found out later in the night, it's not an Airbnb, it's his brother's place or somebody's fucking place. Somebody in that room lived there, but they wanted to lie to us and say, nah, it's an Airbnb. Why are you lying? Why are you being weird? Like, why are you lying? That should have been flag number motherfucking 2, and we still stayed. So me and the girl get undressed, and we dancing, they're not throwing no money, and like, we're just like, we gotta go, we leaving. And then the whole time he's trying to fuck her, and she's dubbing him, so he starts getting tight. And I wish I had the video. I wish I had the video of when the shit started going down, but I deleted it off my phone to make storage. But The video basically, because I was trying to vlog for y'all and I never posted this. The video was him yelling, her yelling, I'm yelling, I'm trying to get the Uber. Everybody's yelling because this nigga just tight and we calling them broke because they are broke. Why the fuck are we in here and none of y'all are throwing money, y'all trying to fuck? Like, make it make sense. So me and the girl go outside, y'all. And this girl already hot-headed, so I don't even know what the fuck was about to happen, but we go outside and they yelling and I'm yelling, everybody's yelling, and then they are trying to get into the car and pull off and leave us there, and they talking about, oh, don't even do it, bro, there's cameras over here. Don't even do it, bro, there's cameras. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about, there's cameras? Don't do what? Like, niggas is plotting on us. Niggas is probably about to shoot us. But they was like, nah, don't do it because there's cameras right there, don't do it. So I was like, what the fuck? They left, y'all. So we thinking that there's nobody in the house, but apparently there was somebody in the fucking house that was still there. But I had the mirror that y'all had propped up on. I had this little like light up travel mirror. And she was like, I can do that mirror? I was like, no, but you can't do the motherfucking, I need that shit. So Shorty goes inside. Wait, what the fuck did she do? She either went inside and grabbed something to throw or she grabbed a rock from the front yard. Basically, she chucked out the window, it boom, smashed. We start running. It's over. Like, we start running. The niggas that were in the car coming back now. He's setting up her phone. Like, why the fuck did you smash my window? Like, threatening her and shit. I don't know what the outcome of that was because I didn't know the nigga. Like, I don't know who the nigga was. But basically, she smashed the motherfucking people's window. And I was like, goddamn, we finna go to jail. Like, we really finna go to jail on this bitch because you want to smash people's window. Like, she crazy, but she had a point. Because why do y'all niggas broke? Like, why are we over here now? Anyway, story number 4. Don't do private parties in Atlanta because it just, these things are just weird. I went to a private party, right? It was lame. I didn't make like barely any money, like, but I was able to work with a photographer that I really liked. So, you know, it was like whatever. I was just chilling at that point, just drinking for free, smoking for free. So at this point, I'm like the last couple of girls in the house, right? The party started like 11 o'clock. And now it's like, what? 4, 5 a.m. Like, it's about to get sunlight outside, right? So boom. So the nigga that invited me to the party was a customer from the club, and he had told me that he loves strippers and respects strippers because his mom is a stripper, and started showing me all these pictures of this older lady that's a stripper, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So come to find out when I get to the party, his mom is actually his girl. And I don't know what type of relationship they in, but they gotta break up. They need to break up because let me tell you what the fuck happened. So boom, there's an upstairs and a downstairs to this house. I was downstairs in the basement. I started hearing yelling, screaming, punches in the wall. Like, I hear just crazy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back upstairs now. Why are these, he was probably like mid 30s and she was like mid 40s. They full on fist fighting. Full on whoop whoop fist fighting. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then 2 of their friends and one of the dancers that was there was trying to break them up and shit. And let me tell you something. When I see little niggas fight, I'm gone. Any southern nigga fighting, I'm gone. Because y'all niggas have like 2.5 seconds before y'all start shooting at each other. And all these niggas I know are strapped. I see the gun on the table in the room they fighting with. So I walk by the room, because you have to pass by the room from the basement. So I walk by the room and I'm like, they're really fist fighting. Like, they really like full on. Time for me to go. Time for me to go. I left. I called my Uber. I went back downstairs to make sure niggas did start shooting. Like, I would be in the clear. But I got in my Uber and I motherfucking left. And after that party, for the past maybe like 4 or 5 months, I've seen this couple go back and forth on it on Instagram. And it's just like, it's just a hot mess. It was just a hot mess, but Like, I'm not trying to be around nobody when they getting into it and fighting about emotional shit like relationships. That's when niggas start shooting. And I'm, like I said, gone. Cause who? Not me. The fuck? Story number 5. This story, y'all. This motherfucking story. I had to say this story for last because you know what? I need to move my blood out. Because this story is really the most ridiculous one to me. To be completely honest. This was, I really had to get escorted out the club. This happened in Brooklyn. Okay, so boom, we paint the picture. So we on Atlantic Avenue, we in Brooklyn, and they had African night, right? We in East New York, so there was like Caribbean night, African night. It was mad reggae music. It was just some chill ass night. So you know Africans. If you're a stripper, when it comes to Africans, you already know, like, they about to give it up. They're a little cheap, but when they spend, they spend. You feel me? Like, Africans in the club are the best, So I was like, I'm in there, African night. Like, what? A bunch of Nigerian princes in this bitch. I'm in there, okay? So boom. Me and this other girl, we finna call her Hershey. So me and this other girl, Hershey, at the time, I didn't know how the fuck the story would even happen, but looking back on it, we did sort of look alike when like the club lights were off, I guess, only because we was like around the same weight and then we was the same skin tone. But regardless, whatever Hershey did got me fucked up. That's what the fuck happened. So Hershey wanted to, okay, let me backtrack, boom. So just a thing that strippers do where a guy will be like, can you go get some change for me? And the stripper will be like, oh my God, yeah, sure, I'll get change for you, like, of course. And then they'll take the change, go to the back, never cash it out, never go to the bar and switch it out. They just switch out their outfit and go back on the floor, and people usually don't even recognize them. Like, they're so drunk they forget. So that is basically what the fuck she did. So at the time, the reason why I knew I didn't dance with this man, because this was when I was very, very, very new at dancing. This is my first club. So I didn't walk up to people the way I walk up to people now. So I knew for a fact that I did not. Yo, why my camera cut out? That's rude. Anyway, I knew for a fact I did not dance with this man. That's all I'm saying. I fucking knew. Let me hear it before my fucking camera cut out again. But I did not dance with this man. So I come out, it's at the end of the night. It's 3 in the morning, end of the fucking night. This man in a group of big ass Africans is like, oh, you didn't give me my $100? Oh, I'm Haitian, I cannot do an African accent. It's gonna come off mad Haitian-y, but you get the gist of it. You didn't give me my $100? I'm like, nigga, what are you, I don't even know who, what are you talking about? Like, he was like, oh, I give you $100 to cash out, you never cashed out, and you wanna walk out the club, I curse you. I'm like, this nigga cursing me, bro. So I'm very, if this had happened now, it'd be a whole different story. But at the time, I was so like, I need to prove my innocence. Like, nigga, I did not do shit. What are you talking about? Like, huh? So I'm just like, I did not take your money. Put it through your thick skull. I did not take your motherfucking money. He's like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. I curse you. I'm gonna do voodoo on you. That's a threat. I'm Haitian. That's a threat. You gonna do voodoo on who? On who? Let me know. I'll wait. Cause who? Bitch, I'm protected. Bitch, my ancestors will fuck you up. The fuck? The club owners, like, you gotta get escorted out the club because these niggas, like, the club promoter gave this man $100 so he can shut the fuck up, and this man was still cussing me out and still was outside the club, literally waiting for me to come outside the club. So the club owner's like, you have to be escorted. Like, niggas really had to pull up around the club to come bring me to the car. And as I'm going inside the car, the African man is still cursing me the fuck. Oh, I give you $100. like, relax. Relax. Nigga, I don't have you $100. And I'm telling him, like, you surpressed my $100, you broke, my nigga. Now I'm getting tight. It's like, why are you, I gotta get escorted out the club? Like, is it really that serious? Is it really, is it though? Like, and then come to find out, a couple months later, the nigga really did get jugged out of fucking $100, but it wasn't me, it was this bitch Hershey. I found out months later, and I was tight because Hershey was there when I was getting yelled by this man, and she didn't say nothing. We just walked out the club, and I was getting yelled at, bitch, you ain't say nothing, bitch. Bitch, you ain't say nothing, the fuck? God damn, these hoes. That was, like, this man really tried to do voodoo on me, like, what? For why? What was the reason? Truly. But yeah, y'all, I got escorted out the club, and that was the last African night that club has ever had. I wonder why. I can't think of any more stories right now, but shit. I hope y'all enjoy. That was what the fuck, like, these niggas be fucking with you, these bitches be fucking with you. But just getting shitted on, like, what the fuck? But yeah, y'all. I'm gonna cut the cameras. I'm gonna go to work before my ass is late. So y'all make sure to like, comment, and motherfucking guess what, bitch? Subscribe. Yes, class. Yes. Good job. And make sure you hit the motherfucking bell too, so you know when I post. Okay? Alright. So bye y'all. I'm finna see y'all next video. Alright. Now how the fuck I turn this camera?